Well, and as for me, I read this book many years ago, but in Russian. And I think that to read it in English in the team is one more opportunity to refresh the facts from the book, yeah, and enjoy the story and to learn something new as always. Yeah, because when I read alone, I was following the plot and characters and watched a movie also just to compare things and it was totally different thing to read on your own and to read in team, yeah. And
Yeah.
besides, we can discuss some interesting realities that happen only in Japan, yeah. So that is an advantage of learning and reading in team.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a very nice experience, yeah. Because in my language, I belong to a group of reading books, and so I participate every week this reunion, this meeting, and so I can assure you that I totally agree with you because reading in groups is really interesting. So the possibility to exchange, to compare, to discuss some ideas, and also the opportunity to notice something that is impossible for you alone notice. Okay, instead with the help of the other people around and together, it's much more interesting. Yeah.
Mhm. Do you read in Italian?
No, I read in English above
Um,
all. Yes, yeah, I
mhm.
read in English. During these reading groups where I belong during the winter months, I read in Italian language, okay, because the group is composed of Italian people. But when I read for my pleasure, personal pleasure, I read in English. So this is a method in order to refresh the grammar, the vocabulary, the structures of the English language, okay? Yeah.
Mhm. I see, I see. Okay. And hello, Pat. Hello, Pat.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here again.
Happy to have you again. Tell me,
Thanks.
do you read a book forward? A bit?
Yes,
A
a
bit.
little bit,
Yes.
a little bit. I
Mhm.
couldn't help myself to doing it. Yes,
Mhm. In
yes, yes.
English, in English or in your native language?
No, I always read in English. I
Mhm.
prefer reading English every day. I work in English. I read in English for my work and for hobby. I always read it in English.
I see, I see. And we have Win from Thailand. Hello, Win. Hello.
Hello, hello, Victoria and
Uh,
everyone. This
uh-huh.
is
Hello.
the first time for me to join this group. I come from Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet all of you.
Welcome here. Win, have you downloaded the book?
Uh, the book, right?
Yes. Well,
Download.
mm,
Download in my phone, right?
oh, well,
I
currently,
no, I like to read a book
mm-hmm.
in the paper.
Wait a second. The point is that we are the team of readers, and currently we're reading one certain book, Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Gordon. I will send you a link into Zoom chat box, and you.
Oh,
mm,
okay.
okay, and please download it to your computer, yeah, or laptop, or whatever you use to read it. Yeah, uh, we
Okay.
we read slowly, chapter by chapter, together, diving into realities of this or that country, discussing some things which which we meet or face in the story. So you're just in time. We have read only 2 chapters for 4 classes. Mhm. Okay. The link to the book is in the Zoom chat box. I mean, when you can download it. Mhm. Okay, and we have Min. Hello, Min.
Hello, everyone.
Mhm.
Hello, teacher Victoria.
Min, you have been living. How long have you been living in Japan?
Well, it's almost 2 months
2 months.
that I've been in Japan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, are you diving into Japanese culture?
Mm, yeah, I think I'm immersing into Japanese culture little by little every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And so, do you enjoy most of the things? Do you like it? Or something still seems to you weird in Japan?
Not really. I think my life in Japan is pretty going well because I study Japanese since I was in my country and I learn about its culture and tradition. So it's like get into the country you have been before. It's like my second home country. I feel like that. I don't feel anything weird right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you enjoy it
It-
in general, and the book is just in time to help
Yes, I
you to
do.
dive.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
mm,
Exactly. I've learned a lot, yeah,
mm.
about the kimono and
Yukata, yeah.
amakuchi. Yeah. And there are many more to learn. I'm very excited.
Okay, okay. And we have James. Hello, James. Hello. So
Hello, good
is
evening.
is the school year started in Thailand already? Or
Oh well, Thailand has a different schedule than most of
mm,
uh the world.
mhm. Only Thailand, but perhaps some other uh, Asian countries? I
Mhm.
see, I see. Do you feel kind of sweet memories of school days when you were a schoolboy in America? Do you feel kind of, oh, the first of September, I should do something special on this day? Do you feel something of that kind?
No,
Not,
no,
not.
nah,
It's much more pleasant to go to school as a teacher than as a student.
yes.
Agree, totally. Okay, okay. And we have Ndang. At last, Ndang, you joined us.
Hello. Yeah.
What are you doing these days? Working hard?
Yeah. Always working hard every day.
Okay.
My routine, but never give up. And always spend time for learning English, even though just little bit.
Yeah, I know. It's not an easy thing to study and to work at the same time. Yeah, most so to say popular, yeah, activities of adults is working, not learning, unfortunately. But sometimes it would be nice to learn a bit and have rest from
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Or memorizing vocabulary or something, find new vocabulary. It is important for me.
Okay, okay. And we have Lukman, long time. At last you managed to join us too to read something interesting.
Yeah, I hope I can follow this class very well because I know I missed 2 chapters, right? But I'll
Just
try my
only 2 chapters, only two. If you just look through while I'm blah 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 here,
best.
yeah, just okay. hmm Okay, and we have Tanvir Alam. Hello, Tanvir. Hello. Silence. Hello, Tanvir. Okay, okay. And we have Valeria. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Long time. How do you feel, Valeria, about the second course of your study?
Oh, it's very nervous.
Nervous.
Oh,
I got it. New subjects. Yeah. So as for Valeria, Valeria is going to be our future colleague. She's a future English teacher. I hope for that. She's my former student and future English teacher. So, and to join us to have some practice with us.
Congratulations, Valeria. Congratulations. You are so young, and so you deserve all the best from your life.
Yes, young and beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm shy.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. In this group, it's prohibited to be shy. So,
Yeah, it is real.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we are going to do today, we are going to read chapter 3, going to discover the difference between two types of Japanese theaters, going to do some listening comprehension activities as always, and then I hope we have enough time for discussion section. Yeah, I call it question and answers question in my agenda, which is devoted to theater in general, or theater in your country, or sharing experience of visiting theaters, different kind of theaters abroad. Okay, let's start our class. And hello, Savar, and we are about to start. Let me share. Okay, let's read the story. Okay, as for narrator, Rita, can you please start reading as a narrator?
the chapter number 3, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Atsumomo and Mamiya.
Mamiya.
Okay. For 2 years now, I lived the hard and boring life of a maid. My life stretched out before me like a long path going nowhere. Sometimes out in the street, I watch girls of my age coming back from geisha school, talking to each other. Maybe they were just talking about what they were going to have for lunch. But to me, their lives had a purpose. I, on the other hand, was going back to the Okia to wash the stones in the courtyard. I walked down to Shio Avenue and turned toward the Keimo River. The Minamisa Theatre was showing a Kabuki play that afternoon. It was a Shibaraku, which is one of our most famous plays, though I knew nothing about Kabuki theater at the time.
Just a second. And how about you, the team? Do you know anything about Kabuki? Just some.
Kabuki? Kabuki is a form of a Japanese theater, okay? I don't know very much about it. But anyway, any expression of Japanese or Oriental art is toward as a purpose to find something in your deep being in order to put out what is better in your soul, in your inner soul. Okay, so this is the last purpose of art, Japanese art in general.
Actually, I knew, as for me, when I was reading the story for the first time, for me, Kabuki is also the same as for you. So it's a kind of Japanese theater. That's all I know. Yeah, and what it really is, we will learn it, our listening comprehension. But at least, yeah, we know something, a bit of this, a bit of that. Yeah, we're like Min. Although Min is living in Japan now, we are discovering Japan step by step all together. And Kazuka has joined. Hello, and Bon. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you. And we also has Safia. Hello, Safia. Hello. Okay.
Hello. Good to see you. Good to see everyone.
Hi,
Safia. Safia, I guess it's your first time here. Safia, we are currently reading a story. The link is in the Zoom chat box. Wait a second. The second. Mhm. Okay, so newcomers, you can download the book from the Zoom, from the link which is in the Zoom chat box. Mhm. And we are reading chapter 3 now. Okay, Rita, can you please go on?
Yes.
Just a second.
People streamed up the steps to the theater in the spring sunshine. Among the men in the dark Western-style suits of kimonos, there were several geisha. They were so brightly colored that they were like bright fall leaves in the brown waters of a river. The men and the geisha had a purpose, unlike me. I turned toward the Shirakawa, but even the water in that stream seemed to move with a purpose, running down toward the Kamo River and from there to Osaka Bay and the inland sea. Everything had a purpose except me. I threw myself onto the little stone wall at the edge of the stream and cried.
I have a question to the participants. Why did she cry? In your opinion? Why?
Because she was abandoned for Miss Nita after the kimono affair with Mrs. Perfect.
And she didn't feel happy. Yeah. She didn't feel happy because she worked as a maid. Yes.
Yes.
Although
yes.
she was a little girl.
She was yes, and she has the parents had passed away, and she's alone.
Yeah.
And has nothing.
She stopped to have a home, yeah, where she could escape from this reality, yeah, from Guion. Yeah, she has no home.
Yeah. And also the atmosphere around her is so sad and so negative, okay? And nobody loves her, and so she's alone and she cries above her destiny and her life. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want to be there.
Mameha was pressing her. Yeah, was no. Hatsumomo was bullying her.
Bullied her.
Exactly. Okay. And
Victoria.
Okay, as for a voice, yeah, we know it's going to be a chairman. Okay, Bonar, can you please read? You are going to read for a chairman. Your words will be blue.
Okay.
Is that okay, Bonar?
Yes.
Okay. We have some more people. James from New York, James Green, welcome here. And
Thank you.
Welcome. Enjoy it. And Yvonne from Mexico is also here. Okay, we move on reading. Okay, Rita, please have a rest.
Yeah. Oh, the days are too pretty for such unhappiness, said the voice.
Wait a second, Rita, thank you very much for reading.
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Okay, please have a rest. Okay, as for further reading, one of the geishas whose words are gray. Okay, Kazuko, can you please read? Your words are gray, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
And Indang as a narrator, okay?
Okay.
So blue words are for Bonar, gray are for Kazuko, and no color or narrator is Indang.
Okay.
Oh, the day is too pretty for such unhappiness.
And then?
Shape a voice.
Mhm.
The man who had spoken had a broad, calm face. He was probably about 45 years old, with grey hair combed straight back from his forehead. He was so elegant, and I couldn't look at him for long. I looked down. There was a geisha with him.
Oh, she only a maid.
Said the geisha.
Really, Chairman? The Kabuki plays will be starting soon?
In this day, I spent a lot of time in the street of Giant, taking things to Hatsumumo at the houses and bringing them back. On my journey, I had often heard men called by titles like department head and chairman.
Okay. Is there kind of tradition in your countries, guys? Still, do you call your colleagues kind of department head? Here, no. We address by names, and we don't add Mr. or Mrs., just the first name and then the third name only.
In Indonesia, we have a lot of like a call to the people. For example, for the department head, we call it like Pak, which means it's to, say that we give our respectful for him or her. Or for a woman, we call it like Ibu. But in our culture, we have like many locates, many language locate, and then it's different. So that's why we call it like difference from one areas on one locations and another one. But in general, we call it like Pa and Bu.
So if you come to another location, how to guess what way we should address people?
Yes, exactly.
Should we ask our Indonesian friends about it?
It should be better to ask before you call like, oh, Lukman, what should I call to me? For example, to Bonar's mother or to Bonar's father, or yeah, etc.
Bonar maybe Inang. Ibu is Inang.
It's different.
And how about Japan now, Kazuka? Tell us, do you address your boss like a department head or just by name, adding some son or what?
It's depend on the situation. In my office, I
Formal situation, okay? Formal situation.
Formal situation. In my office, I call my boss, department head or section boss, or manager.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Katsuko, without saying the name then, just only head department, you address your boss?
Or
Mr. Head Department?
A name.
Without the name, just only you just I'm sorry, you just only say or address your boss, Mr. Head Department, for example, without adding the name?
Yes, it can be, but recently our company was changed, international company. That's why we also call directly their name, like Suzuki-san, like this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
It's very important.
In Italy, for example, if you are the boss of a company or a bank, for example, okay, or another institution, So usually you can call him or her president without name, okay? Hello, president, how are you? In a very informal situations, or good morning, president, how do you do? In a very formal moment, okay? But usually just president, or also director, because director for us is not the conductor of an orchestra, okay? Director is the boss of a school, for example, or of another institution. And so, but we use just this word, president or director, with no name, a proper name. Yeah.
Rita, I have heard that in Italy, teachers are dressed as professor.
Yeah, prof. No, just prof. In a very short, friendly way, you can call your teacher prof. Hello, prof. How are you? Hello, prof. Can I blah blah blah? Hello, prof. And say things so that
amazing.
Is a form, is a way to connect in a friendly way to the teacher. Okay, just much better than the so-called teacher. Can I go? Can I do? Etc. Etc. Instead, the prof is much more friendly.
Oh, even they only finish for their magister or maybe bachelor.
Yeah,
And
no matter.
Oh,
Just as perhaps a new teacher, newcomer, always prof. It's amazing because here professor is a bachelor degree, yeah, or something higher, yeah. But it's we have most of our professors teach in universities now.
In university, yeah. I can understand. The same also in Italy, but we have we use this word professor, prof, in a very informal way, and so. But we also in Italy, the real professor is a man or a woman who works in a university. Yeah.
Okay.
Some years ago, before pandemic, we had a learning exchange student from Italy. And he came here to my school, to my city, to study Russian. And he tended to call the teachers prof. But we have our teachers are females mostly, and he was puzzled what to do. Yeah, and he had to learn our long names. For example, my students don't call me prof or don't call me miss or something like that because we don't have such. And they use my first name and the third name, which is Victoria Alexandrovna. Yes, but we got used to it because it is used. You are if you are a student, even if you are at primary school, yeah, you can remember because these names are widespread and you can easily remind them, remember.
Yeah.
Okay, and how about Argentina, Pat?
From the last few years, in every company, prefer just refer to the boss as the first name. Yes.
Do you have kind of Mr. or Mrs.? No?
No, without. Just but hello, but yes, with all respect, but without the boss or Mrs. or doctor or whatever inside the company. I say in many traditional companies, from the outside, when we have a meeting with people from other companies, yes, the title precedes the name. Doctor Mendive, doctor or whatever, architect, and the name, but not inside.
Okay. Keep in mind, guys, all the information and don't mix up.
And James, correct me if I'm wrong. In the US, I don't know, maybe it's for English rules that if we call people with Mr. or Miss, we should follow their last name. For example, my name's like Lukman Mukodompit. So when they call my name like Mr. Mukodompit, but not call my first name, but their last name. Is that correct?
Certainly, we call people by their last name if we use Mr. or Mrs. But also the atmosphere is more casual, so
Mm.
it's acceptable to call your professor by their first name. When I was in university,
Mm.
um, our professor would just encourage us to call him Rick, his first name, and
Oh,
so I think it's less formal than a European setting.
okay, okay, got it.
How about Mexico, Yvonne?
It will depend on the situation. But if we are talking about teachers, professors, we will always address them as, yeah, teacher, professor. And if it's a private school, it will be more like a miss, no? Without a name, only like miss, and that's it. And if we're talking about the jobs, I think it's with the title or only boss, no? Like a boss without the name, just the title. Less formal, perhaps.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's a quite, maybe if I may share something, it's a quite different with my culture. I'm Indonesian, like Lukman, but we have a different culture. You know, Indonesian is a rich culture. So in Lukman culture, you could say Mr. Lukman or your name, his name. But in my culture, if I'm older, you can't mention my name. You just say Mr. Luman Raja, something like that. If you mention my name, it's not polite. You say Mr. Bona, so it's not polite. You have to say Mr. Luman Raja. So it's much more you honor this person. So it's a little bit different in my culture as a Batakness in Indonesia.
And what will happen if we don't address correctly? Like it's gonna have a weird look, or what's gonna happen?
No, I guess in formal situations, you'd better ask in advance how to address this or that person. Yeah. Okay, and Chile? How about Chile?
Well, it's similar at what said. In multinational companies, we have more informal connection between employees and the bosses as well, calling for the first name when we are in the office. When we are going out with clients or another, we try to make our treatment a little formal, calling, oh, Mr. Marcel Diaz, like that. And in the public offices, employees try to keep the hierarchy as a boss, the head department, and the head department is called managers in my country. The chairman, it is the person that is in charge of the branch, the office, the all of his office, and the CEO, of course, is charge of all the company in the country. Yeah, but nowadays we are working online. We are working inside as well, not making the connection a little formal, but we recognizing the hierarchy all the time. Yeah, this is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so we asked everyone.
Min no.
So we move on reading. As for cheer, Valeria, can you please read for cheer? Yeah, your words will be pink.
Victoria, sorry for interrupting you, but we don't know what happened in Myanmar.
Myanmar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you. So in Myanmar, yeah, we address the name directly, but we add like Mr. and Miss. Also, there's a special addressing system in my Burmese language to be more polite. However, when we have a gossip, we have a gossip. We have we call the like department head or the manager. So when we make a gossip, we use that title rather than their name. Yeah, it's interesting thing when we have a gossip. Yeah, that's all.
I'm sorry, Min-san. So I'm curious because you live in Japan now, and how do you call your manager?
Oh, yes. Oh, Kazuko-san, yeah, in my company, we have we have a new activity, which is like Sansuke Katsudo. You might be familiar, which means you have to only call their name plus san rather than department head or manager. So now our company is practicing this activity. So I only call their name plus san to my senior or the department head. So it's make more less make the atmosphere of the company less serious. I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
sorry.
Mhm.
Excuse me. May I ask any Japanese why the name why you put san after the name? What does it
Because
mean?
yes, san it means Mr. and Miss, like that.
Yes.
So when we respect the person, I add san after
Okay.
my name. So Kazuko-san, Min-san. So I respect you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Victoria, can we notice, thanks to this kind of conversation, the difference between the culture, the Oriental cultures and the Western culture? Okay, so I can notice every time that I participate to this conversation, the grade of respect that I can find in the Oriental people compared to the Western people, okay? We are much more informal, but unfortunately, sometimes we tend to forget to be respectful, to be grateful, to be helpful, to appreciate much more who and what is around us. Instead, the Oriental people, the Asian people in general, the Japanese in this case, also this very, very short form in the conversation, the use of san, for example, okay, is a signal of respect. In the Western people, in the other part of the planet, imitating some models that sometimes or very often are not so positive, we tend to be informal, yes, but also less respectful, and this is not a good position, a good attitude. Okay, I remember, for example, when I was very young and I studied English in the grammar, in the strict grammar, so the rule said after Mr. and Mrs. and Miss, you have to put the surname, not the name. The name just with Sir. So the famous Sir Winston Churchill, okay? But you also can call him Sir Winston, and you know what you are, who are you talking about? Because Sir is a very important person, okay? So Sir with the name, Mr. and Mrs. and Miss with the surname. Now everything is changing, and everything is we are forgetting these rules. Yeah, sorry for interrupting you.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with Rita. There is a tendency of making communication less formal, but I can't say that something changed really really seriously concerning Russian addressing to each other. Yeah, So we have never had a Mr. or Mrs. or something of that kind here. Never, never ever something that may point out to your status. Just, for example, my students address me like, yeah, using my first name and the third name, and I'm addressing my schoolmaster the same, using the first name and the third name. Yeah, we don't use a Mr. or something. So sometimes in formal situations, we call our friends using it just to have some fun or something, yeah, when we want to mock at the situation, which is not serious, but we make it serious, yeah. So but I definitely noticed the way Oriental countries, I mean, citizens of Oriental countries address each other and status, yeah, and age. Even in some countries, age is important. For example, in South Korea, we know that they have different addressing, yeah, to different people, yeah, and it's really interesting and exciting and amazing and very curious. Yvonne?
Yeah, I wanted to comment here in Mexico and in many other countries as well, but we have a pronoun for showing respect, the you, and we don't have it in English. We don't have it in English, so we have usted, Pat. Maybe you also have it, Claudia.
Yes.
And in English, it doesn't exist. So it's shocking when you have to address your boss in other country, for example, in United States, and you have to call them by their name. To me, it was really shocking because I wouldn't dare to tell their name. And it was like, and everybody was doing, and then she was, I had a boss one time, and she was like, call me Sue, and I'm like, I cannot call you Sue because you are my boss and you are older than me. So it's really shocking. This also, like, you cannot do it. You don't dare to do it. We don't do it in Mexico. It's also important that
American style, Yvonne, American style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was, at that time, I was 20 something and she was 60 something. And I was like, how can I call you Sue if you are older than me and you are my boss? But she was like, yeah, that's my name. You just call me Sue. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Claudia, you raised
Yeah, and adding that Yvonne said, that is because we are from another generation that taught us that we have to keep the hierarchy all time and say usted as a Mr. Usted, people with hierarchy and people with all people, all older people. Yeah, and nowadays for us it's difficult to name them for the name, the first name, as Lukman or Kazuka or James. Yeah, directly is a little difficult. For example, I was working in a big company 5 years ago, and the only person that was say Don Eduardo, Mr. Eduardo, was me to the general manager, because we worked together in my first years in this company. Yeah, was my boss, and I said Don Eduardo, Mr. Eduardo, Mr. Eduardo all time, and until now I greet him Don Eduardo or Mr. Eduardo. How are you today? And something like that. But talking about hierarchies and keeping our mind in hierarchy, I could say the armies, military fields, they have keep the treatment calling by their position, colonel, general. Yeah, they keep nowadays. Yeah, only us that we are globally connected. We are a little change because of our connection. I suppose.
I'll tell you a little bit. Just the one, even though American culture is pretty casual, the one place where we would not bend this, where we would be more formal, is between adults and children. So if I was teaching, when I'm teaching in a high school or lower, I wouldn't accept the students to call me by my first name. They would need to call me Mr. Green. And when I was in school, we had, sometimes you will have a teacher and they will tell you, call me by my first name. It's usually a young teacher and it feels a little bit risky and it feels like, ooh, what's going on? I can call my teacher Dave. This is odd. And similarly, also when you're growing up, I would say as a young person, I would call adults Mr. and Mrs. So if I go to my friend's house and I see their mother, I would say, "Oh, Mrs. Rimler," instead of I wouldn't call her Susan. And I remember I remember when I became an adult, I could not get out of the habit. So I called my friend.
I'm James. I'm sorry for interrupting. We have one more participant. Peg UN, hello. I'm sorry. Who doesn't respond to my demands about switching on the cameras? I'm sorry for interrupting.
No,
Peg
it's fine.
UN and Rakib, hello guys. Can you please turn on your cameras?
Yes. Hello.
Hello,
Good
Rakib.
evening from Bangladesh.
Okay. Yeah, welcome here. And
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I was on the point of deleting you, but okay. Enjoy the time with us. And one more, Peg UN. Hello, Peg UN. Can you please turn on your camera and tell hello to the team? Okay, silence. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
I'll finish my story very quickly. Just so when I became an adult, my friend's father told me, "Stop calling me Mr. Brady. If you can't call me Kevin." And I felt very uncomfortable. I did not want to call him by his first name. It felt very strange.
James, you are a good boy, very polite, very kind.
I
So
try.
congratulations. No, you are.
Everybody has to learn their own society too. We had to learn our own society first.
No. You received good rules from your family, so congratulations. Yeah.
But I guess it's also depending on the generation, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Right.
professions, I think so.
Yeah, also.
By the way, how about Thailand? James.
Yeah, James. You live in Thailand, and what did they call you there? Like James Ka or I don't know.
They just call me teacher.
How do
Teacher
they
Sparrow?
They just call me teacher.
Okay.
I don't really care what they call me though.
James, how do you call their parents when they discuss some issues about their education? How do you call a student mother?
So the Thai teachers do that. I don't think any of the foreign teachers really talk to their parents because the foreign teachers don't speak Thai, the parents don't speak English, so that wouldn't work.
Okay, how do you address someone who is older you? In English, you use Miss or Mr., yeah? You don't address people in Thai?
I just say hello. That's really all I do.
Okay.
That's how we
I got it. Okay. So we move on reading. Okay.
Yeah.
As for Chio, your words are pink are going to be Valeria. Valeria.
Okay.
You're going to read for Chia. Your words are pink, and Bonar is Bonar with us? Yes, still as a chairman. And then as narrator and Dang. Okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Please share.
And Dang.
I said to the chairman,
Don't make yourself late because of me. I'm only a silly girl.
Look at me at moment.
He said. I didn't dare disobey him. I looked up. He took a hand, handkerchief from his pocket and wiped my tears. As he bent over me, I could smell the talcum powder on his smooth skin.
Here you are, beautiful girl with nothing to fear from life, and you are afraid to look at me. Someone has been cruel to you, or maybe life has been cruel.
I don't know, sir.
I said, of course I knew very well why I was crying.
Never was find as much kindness in the world as we should.
He told me.
Keep the
Handkerchief. And Dan, please go on a bit.
Okay. I knew then that I would always keep the handkerchief and I would never forget him. I closed my eyes for a moment, and when I opened them, he was gone. I ran to Sido Avenue and all the way to the extreme end of Gain, where the Gain shale nuts stood. I climbed the step to the Sirena and began to pray, with my eyes shut tight and the chairman's handkerchief pressed to my face. I prayed that somehow I could become a geisha.
Thank you very much. And Dank, please have a rest. Okay, Rakib from Bangladesh, can you please read a bit?
Okay. Okay.
Pumpkin, here.
Pumpkin was still at geisha school. She was a slow learner. Every day, she spent hours kneeling in the hall trying to learn to play her shamisen, one of the instruments that geisha play at parties. I walked past her because there was somebody at the door. We had a lot of visitors at the time. Miss Nita's mother had just died, and people from all over the Gion were coming to pay their respects. The visitor was the perfect geisha Mambea. I wasn't happy to see her because I wanted to forget the kimono incident. But then I remembered that Mamea hadn't actually seen me that night.
Thank you very much, Rakib. Guys, can you please remind us and newcomers what kind of kimono incident happened at that time? Who can do it? Who can remind us? Who would like?
Yeah, because this girl was obliged to bring a kimono to another house because there were some hate and a lot of envy between two geisha. Okay, two geisha. I don't remember very well the name because
let's
they
remind.
are a bit.
So Hatsumoma, Hatsumoma lived in Nita's Okia, where also Chio and Pumpkin lived. And another Kia where Mameha, perfect geisha, lived. Okay, what happened to kimonos?
Was totally broken out, and Osamomo obliged the girl to use some paintings in order to completely ruin this wonderful kimono. Okay, because as I said before, Osamomo hated the other geisha because there was this character is not a positive one because it's full of very bad feelings, and so it's not a real good character. But anyway, I think that the presence of a negative character in a novel is important in order to give us the possibility to study and to learn also from negative people.
Thank you very much, Rita. Okay, and as for Mameja, okay, Claudia, can you please read for Mameja? Your words will be read.
Yeah. Yeah. What a beautiful girl.
Okay, and as a narrator, Lukman. Okay, as a narrator.
Me? Sorry.
Okay.
Lukman.
Sorry.
Lukman. As a
Okay.
narrator.
Mommy has said to me,
What an unusual gray eyes. What's your name?
Gio, Mom.
the next day there was a maid among the visitors. After a second or two, I recognized Asami, Mommy has made. To my surprise, Asami didn't go into the Okia to see Mrs. Nita. She spoke to me at the door.
Do you ever go out of the IKEA chair?
She asked.
Yes, often.
I said,
Hatsumomo is always forgetting comes, or she wants a shamisen, and I bring these things to her at the tea house, or I go out and buy her food and beer.
Good.
said Asami.
Then meet me at the bridge over the Shirakawa stream at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
I couldn't understand why she wanted me to do this, but it wasn't difficult to leave the Okia. Mrs. Nita hardly noticed me, so of course I went to the bridge the next day. Asami led me to the Mahema's apartment, the one I visited at night with Hatsumomo and Corinne 2 years before.
She was here, ma'am.
The maid called out.
All right, thank you, Asami.
Called Mameha from a back room.
Lukman, thank you very much. Please have a rest. Okay, James, James Green, can you please read as a narrator?
I would love to read as a narrator. Just remind me the color, or is that no color?
Okay, you don't use, yes, without color, you're a narrator. Okay. Just 2 passages.
Starting now? Mameha's apartment wasn't large, but it was extremely elegant, with beautiful tatami mats on the floor that were obviously new and had silk around the edges, not the usual cotton. At last, Mameha came out from the back room, dressed in a lovely white kimono with a water design. I turned and bowed very low on the mats while she walked gracefully to the table. She arranged herself on her knees opposite me, drank delicately from the tea the maid served, and then said,
Okay. Who said? She. Hatsumomo has driven. No. It's Mameha words. Claudia, don't daydream.
Hatsumomo has driven another attractive girl out of Gion.
James Green, a bit more as a narrator.
Sure. I felt strangely happy to hear that. I said,
I didn't know what I did to make her hate me so much.
Hatsumomo and I have known each other since I was a girl of 6 and she was 9.
said Mameha.
She's not harder to understand than a cat. A cat that thinks another cat is eating from its dish.
But surely, Hatsumomo doesn't see me as a rival, Mom?
Not in the tea houses of Gion, maybe, but inside the Okiya. You see, Mrs. Nita never adopted Hatsumomo. If she had, Hatsumomo would be her daughter, and Mrs. Nita would keep all Hatsumomo earnings. And Hatsumomo is a very successful geisha. Now, why would someone who's interested in money as Mrs. Nita not adopt Hatsumomo? There must be a very good reason, don't you think?
This was all very new to me. I nodded and Mameja went on. Claudia, thank you very much. Please have a rest. And Yvonne, can you please read for Mameja? Your words are read.
Mrs. Nita knows very well what sort of adopted daughter Hatsumomo would be. She would probably drive mother out, or at least sell the Okia's collection of kimonos and retire. So Mrs. Nita will never adopt her, but she might adopt you, Chio. She might adopt Pumpkin too, but I don't think Hatsumomo is worried about her.
No, Pumpkin, she finds the geisha training difficult.
I know, but you're not training at all, Chio. You can't become a geisha if you don't train.
Okay, I looked down and didn't say anything.
You're a beautiful girl, Chio, and you don't look to me like someone who wants to live her life as a maid,
said Mameja. I said nothing. There was silence in the room for a moment, and then,
you tried to run away, didn't you?
with tears in my eyes, I told Mameja how I had tried to escape along the rooftops.
I'm sure you're an intelligent girl, Chio,
said Mameja.
but I don't think that was a very intelligent thing to do. People like you and me, who have water in our personalities, don't choose where we'll flow to.
Valeria? Quit?
Yes.
I
Yes.
said,
I'm like a river that stopped flowing because Hatsumoma isn't the way.
Yes, that's probably true,
said Mameja, looking at me calmly.
But river...
But,
Oh, no, sorry.
but rivers can wash away anything in the path in time.
Okay, James Sparrow is with us or no? Okay,
I am here,
James.
yes.
Okay, can you please read an extract for us? I will enjoy your pronunciation.
You mean with no
Please.
color?
From the moment, from no color, yeah, as narrator.
Okay, from the moment I arrived in Mameha's apartment, I wondered why she'd asked me to come. But now my eyes opened, Mameha and Hatsumomo obviously hated each other. That was clear from the kimono incident. But now Mameha knew there was a young girl at the Okia and saw a way of using me to get revenge on Hatsumomo. Maybe not just revenge. Maybe she felt the time was right to get to be rid of Hatsumomo completely.
Thank you very much. Okay, as a narrator, Min, will you please go on as a narrator? Okay, no color for you. Min.
Okay.
Okay. And as for Mameja, okay, Pat, how about reading for
Yes.
Mameja? Okay.
Okay, this
Red.
one, anyhow,
Red.
from
Red.
anyhow. Okay,
Anyhow.
okay. Okay. Anyhow,
Mameja went on.
nothing will change until Mrs. Nita lets you start training.
I don't have much hope of persuading her.
Then I will.
Said Mameja. Before I even had time to start feeling happy, Mameja was explaining her plan, beginning with the system of older sister and younger sister, as it was in those days in Gion. As I now know, there's a ceremony like a wedding when a geisha takes Victoria, I can see the rest. The geisha takes a younger as her younger sister. Then the geisha introduces the younger sister to the owners of all the important tea houses, the ones that have the best parties. The older sister takes her younger sister with her to entertain. Of course, a few men pay high ohana fees to sit and talk to a 15-year-old. So the older sister and the owner of the tea house talk to a man until he dies. Eventually, the man who once needed so much persuading may become the younger sister, Dana, when she's old enough to become a geisha itself. Asumama had in fact been an older sister and a good one to one or two younger geisha, but she wouldn't be a good older sister to me, I was sure of. Okay.
Of that?
Of that, instead of taking me to the Mizuki tea house and introducing me there, I was sure, introduce me to the Kamo River and then push me in. A few days after my visits to her apartment, Mama wanted to see Mr. Sneater. To my surprise, Mrs. Sneater sent for me.
Kazuko, please, can you please read for Mrs. Nita? Your words are green.
Yes. Now, Chiyo, you've been here in Okita for a year.
2 years, ma'am.
In that time, I've taken hardly any notice of you. And then today, along comes a geisha like Mameha to say she wants to be your older sister. How on earth am I to understand this?
Okay.
Much later, when I knew more about Mameha, I could understand just how surprised Mr. Sneaker was. Mameha, as I later learned, was one of the 2 or 3 best-known geisha in Japan. Her older sister, Mametsuki, had the Prime Minister of Japan as her Dana before World War One. But as I saw it then, Mameha was more interested in harming Hatsumomo than helping me. That's how Hatsumomo saw it too, when Mr. Sneaker sent for her. Mameha, of course, had asked for a fee to be my older sister, but that didn't fool Hatsumomo.
Okay, Lukman, can you please read for Hatsumoma? Your words are yellow, so yeah, very famous geisha now.
Okay.
Okay, your words are yellow.
Yo, really, mother?
Min, please go on.
Hatsumomo said to Mr. Sneaker.
Mameha doesn't
Mr.
need
Sneaker.
you to make. Okay, I'm sorry. Mameha doesn't need you to make money. Do you think it's an accident that she chosen a girl who lives in the same Okia as I do? Mameha would probably be older sister to your little dog if she thought it would drive me out of Gio.
Okay. Kazuka, don't daydream. Are you Mrs. Nita? Kazuka, not here?
Green? Yes. Really, Hatsumomo?
Says Mr. Sneaker.
Why would she want to drive you out of Gion?
Because I'm more beautiful. Does she need a better reason? She wants to humble me by telling everyone, "Oh, please meet my new younger sister. She lives in the same Okia as Hatsumomo, but they have given her to me for training instead."
I can't imagine Maeda behaving that way.
The Sneaker.
Hatsumomo, you? Of course. Will be Pumpkin's older sister.
She added.
Of course.
At the moment, she spoke to Mameha for the first time, as Mameha looked kindly back at her.
If you think you can make Chio into a more successful geisha than Pumpkin, you can expect a big surprise.
Mameha ignored her.
Will you arrange for Chia to start geisha training at school?
she said to Mrs. Nita.
Of course,
said Mrs. Nita, bringing her account books.
I had no idea what a fine day this would be.
Claudia, can you please finish reading? Just a little extract.
Yeah. It was a fine day for Mrs. Nita. Two famous geisha were fighting each other to increase the income of her two young girls. She needed to adopt one of the girls so that the okiya continue when she died. She could choose the one who earned the most. All that girl's earning would go to the okiya.
Okay, and that is all for today. As for reading, and as we met Kabuki Theater, so I prepared a video for you just to dive in two genres of Japanese theater to find out the differences and just to widen our world outlook. Okay, just a second. Okay.
Konnichiwa, and welcome to Let's Ask Shogo. When you imagine traditional Japanese stage art, I think it would look like this. But these pictures actually represent two different stage arts, No and Kabuki. Do you know which one is which and how they are different? Although they may look alike in photos, they actually are two very different stage arts. So today, as a No trainee in Kyoto, I will briefly introduce the history of both No and Kabuki, and then explain about the three main differences. In the omake talk at the very end, I'd like to show you some of my No scripts I use for my training, which are called utaibon. それでは本日も参りましょう。First, let's briefly understand the history of No by breaking it into three turning points. Number one, two performing arts got mixed together. The origins of No can be traced back to about 1,000 years ago. There was a form of miscellaneous art called sarugaku, a kind of mix of dancing, magic, singing, and dancing, something like street performances we see today. There was also the ritual ceremony to pray for good harvest before planting rice called dengaku. These two performing arts were combined together in the 13th century as one stage art, and it began to be performed at Shinto rituals that took place in shrines. Number two, completed by a father and son and loved by samurais. There are only two men that you must know to understand the history of No. They are father and son, Kangami and Seami. They were the ones that completed the No we see today. The father changed monotonous singing into the rhythmic kind of music, and the son added gracefulness to the comical stories by centering the acts on singing and dancing. Their form of No that they created gained the favor of the shogun in the Muromachi era. This is how No that was originally enjoyed by people and performed at local shrines began to be seen as a noble kind of performance culture enjoyed by those with power. Eventually, in the Civil War era that followed, the three heroes, Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu, also became fans of No. In the Edo period, began by Tokugawa Ieyasu, No became a kind of general education for the samurais. 3. No today. No was almost completely lost during the time of westernization and World War II, but managed to survive thanks to the hard work of the No actors. In 2001, UNESCO declared No as a masterpiece of human oral tradition and intangible heritage, and it regained its popularity in and out of Japan. Although originally only men were allowed to act in No, after World War II, women were allowed to act as well. Today, anyone, like me for example, can learn the singing and dancing of No, just like how you can learn to play sports or musical instruments. Next, let's briefly understand the history of Kabuki by again breaking it into 3 turning points. 1. The beginning of the Kabuki dance. The origins of Kabuki can be traced back to about 400 years ago, right after the 150-year-long Civil War era had finally come to an end. The beginning of a peaceful era gave birth to many new performing arts. The Kabuki dance that was first performed by a woman called Okuni was one of the most popular performing arts at that time. Kabuki comes from a verb called kabuku, which literally means doing weird things wearing wacky clothes. The flashy Kabuki dance quickly grew amusing to the commoners. However, the dancing done by a woman eventually began to disturb the morals due to some women also working as prostitutes. So the shogunate, the samurai government, regulated women from dancing on stage and only men were allowed. However, this didn't solve the problem. Young boys started to dance and act in Kabuki instead, but they also began to disturb the morals too. In the end, both women and young boys were forbidden to be on stage, and the Yaro Kabuki, which means guys Kabuki, performed by adult males began. So even today, women are not allowed to act in Kabuki, and men play woman roles. 3. Kabuki today. Kabuki was also forced to go through survival crises during the time of Westernization and World War II. The flashy and wacky style of Kabuki was thought of as an uncivilized form of art in Westernized Japan. And also many theaters were burnt down during the wars. However, in 1951, when new theaters were built, Kabuki succeeded in regaining its popularity. In 2005, UNESCO also declared Kabuki as a masterpiece of oral tradition and intangible heritage of mankind. Finally, let's talk about the differences between No and Kabuki. From the exclamations you've heard already, I think you have already realized that they are quite different. But let's summarize them into 3 points. 1. The length of its history. 2. Who enjoyed it? 3. Who performs in it? Number 1. The length of its history. As I have explained, No started in the Muromachi era about 600 years ago, while Kabuki began at the beginning of the Edo period about 400 years ago. Number 2. Who enjoyed it? This is the biggest difference between No and Kabuki. No was originally performed at Shinto shrines and for the powerful samurai leaders of the time, while Kabuki was meant to entertain the townspeople. This is why the stories of No are especially related to religion, and the dancing refers to the movements of martial arts that the samurais trained. The stories of Kabuki are more simple and focused on the emotions of the characters, just like any drama or movie we see today. Also, while No uses the least amount of stage tools to let the viewer's imagination complete the stories, Kabuki uses many stage tools and the settings are flashy, so it will be easier for anyone to understand. So I always use the example, No is like reading a novel, and Kabuki is like watching a movie. Number 3. Who performs it? Lastly, women are allowed to act in No today, while in Kabuki, they're still not. I know many women trainees who train under the same No master as me. It's quite obvious, but the female roles of the stories are better when women act them. By the way, when women were regulated from Kabuki dancing in the past, there was a group of people who secretly protected the culture. This became the Nihonbuyo, the Japanese traditional dancing we know of today. Women are not allowed to act in kabuki, but allowed to take part in these forms of dance instead. Then lastly, today's conclusion. The No we see today started about 600 years ago when it was completed by the father Kanami and son Seami. It gained the favor of the samurai leaders in each era, and it became a noble culture enjoyed by the aristocrats and the people with power. The origins of kabuki, on the other hand, started about 400 years ago after the end of the 150-year-long Civil War era. The kabuki dance was one of the performing arts that became very popular with its flashy and wacky style. However, because it began to disturb the morals, women and young boys were prohibited to be on stage, and only adult men were allowed. This is the form of kabuki we know of today. No and kabuki went through a crisis of survival in the time of westernization and World War II, but successfully survived, and both were declared as an intangible heritage in the 21st century. There are three main differences between No and kabuki. 1. The length of its history. No is about 600 years old, and kabuki is about 400 years old. 2. Who enjoyed it? No was performed at shrines as Shinto ritual for the powerful samurais, while kabuki was meant to entertain the commoners. This influences the story content, the style of dancing and singing, and how much stage tools they use. 3. Who performs in it? Women are allowed to perform in No, but not in kabuki. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If this video helped you to deepen your understanding towards No and kabuki culture, hit the like button, let me know. And it would be great if you could share this video.
Stoppable. Okay, so what are the differences between No and kabuki? Okay, first, which is older?
No, isn't it?
No.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
that probably not is it become because religion rituals, and it is performed just by people with power. Yeah, and the kabuki, it is a performing that is performed by popular. It is popular.
And for whom? Who is the audience of kabuki?
Kabuki are using more the stage with more elements because they are telling a story. It's different with Noah because Noah it is just a performing about religion ritual.
Yeah, and martial arts. So
Martial arts.
No is for noble people, yeah, and kabuki is for common citizens. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's summarize all the things we discussed and watched. I'd like to offer you one activity. Just a second. Let's spread all these points to No and kabuki. You just tell me the number and tell me where I should fix it, as always.
4. Became very popular with its flashy and wacky style. It's kabuki.
12 kabuki.
Just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Once again, okay, number 4. Here, very popular. Here.
Number 5, it's become a noble culture enjoyed by aristocrats and the people with power. It is no.
8. Only adult men are allowed.
Which point?
Huh?
Which point?
Kabuki?
Which point? 8, 7, which one?
8.
Okay. Where should I put it?
Kabuki.
Thank you.
Number 2, Noah.
Okay, number 2 is for
Noah.
no.
Number 1.
Number 1 is for no.
Number 1 is for no.
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 Start
Number
with
1.
word.
Okay.
Number 1.
Number
No.
1.
Wait. Okay, is no.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Number
I'm
8.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Kabuki.
Number 1 is for no.
Oh. Yeah, no. Number 1, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Number 2 is Kabuki. Yes, it's a mistake. Number 2 is Kabuki.
How about guys? You have recently told me about 400, about 6, the same. So it's something is wrong here.
Number 2 is Kabuki.
Okay.
Yes.
7 women are allowed to perform there. No.
And I think
Number
12.
8.
I'm sorry, Lukman, please.
12 for Kabuki.
Okay. Okay, here.
Number 8. Only adult men are allowed to add no.
Here, it is Kabuki. It is fixed already. Number 8 is fixed.
Oh.
10. Kabuki was meant to entertain the townspeople.
10 is Kabuki.
I think
13.
6 for no.
Kabuki, no?
Yeah, disturb the morals. How could summarize disturb morals?
Kabuki disturb morals.
Oh, yeah.
13.
It led to prostitution. So Kabuki led to prostitution.
It hinted for, let's be tolerant, it hinted for prostitution. Okay.
13. Kabuki.
Like reading a novel. Reading a novel and
No,
watching
not
a
really.
novel.
No, that's a no. Oh, no. 13, no.
Oh.
11, it is for Kabuki. Uses the list of stage tools, Kabuki, to let the viewer's imagination complete the story. 11.
No.
Okay. Least amount, yeah? Very few. Okay.
I'm not sure. I could say it is Kabuki.
Which one?
11.
Least amount. Let the viewer's imagination complete the story. It used least, very, very little of arrangements.
This is a meaning. A little.
Least. Yes, very little. Very little. It's not flashy.
You're right, Yvonne. Then you are right. But I didn't understand the last amount. Yeah.
Very little. So with the focus on acting mostly, yeah, not on flashy sceneries and so on. Okay. And its topic are related to religion and martial arts.
No.
Number 3, no. Number 3, no.
And 14, it uses many stage tools, and these settings are flashy, so it will be easier for everyone to understand it. Yeah, so it will be easier. Kabuki. And it gained a favor of samurai leaders in each era.
No.
Okay.
We are ready.
Okay, let's
see. Oh, perfect.
Well done. Well done.
Good job.
Yeah. Well done. Perfect. Okay. And we pass over to the speaking section.
I could ask Kazuko. When at the first view we can see this perform, we can identify word because their mask, because the mask in No is totally white and another is more colorful. I will say, it's not. It is Kabuki. You know? Do you? Oh, so good. I could stand out. When it's no. What is
그러냐.
Beautiful.
So well done.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so the question.
But Victoria, why don't you show us a short clip of these both No and Kabuki?
Because we have representatives from Japan, and I hope they managed to find some interesting video for us. Because Western art, Russian art, and Oriental art is easier to understand for native speakers. Yeah. So I would like perhaps something seem interesting for me, but it turned out some. I don't know, silly episode. I don't want to ruin my reputation. That's why, of course, I prepared some episodes of Russian theater schools. Yeah, but as for Japan, we have Kazuka, we have me now.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start. So the questions are in the Zoom chat box. You can choose one. If you need to share something about your national theater performances, some interesting theater schools, you're welcome. Pictures, videos, please. Okay, Rita is leaving. That's a pity, of course, but next time.
Yeah, I'll see you and the other friends next time. Thank you so much, Victoria. All the best.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you for coming. See
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Victoria, may I tell a short story about No Theater?
Sure. I wanted to give you a turn because I know you are leaving earlier also.
I lived in Japan for a long. When I went to Japan, I went to the tourist desk and I said, "Please give me tickets to a play. I want to see No Theater." And the woman said, "Oh, no, you don't want to see No Theater. It's too difficult for non-Japanese. You need to go to see Kabuki." And I said, "No, I know what I want. Please give me tickets to the No Theater." And so she did. And I went to the No Theater. And two things happened. First of all, it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult to sit through the show because it is 3 hours of one man standing on the stage, making a singing, and you must just concentrate completely on this man singing, like in Italian opera, there is some computer, and you can read the story because it's ancient Japanese. And I brought a box of chocolate almonds because I thought it was like a show I could snack. But the room of hundreds of people is so silent. If I ate one almond, everybody was like looking at me like, what is happening? Because the room is so focused, it's so quiet. It was a very traumatic experience. But it is also it's very beautiful. If you then get into it and you listen to it, especially I like the chanting. There is no chanting. It is very rhythmic, and you can listen to these recordings on YouTube. I find that to be very pleasant.
I think it's very important to understand the culture and history to watch Noah.
Yeah, probably for the reason is focused just on Japanese people because they really understand what's happening there because they know the story. Yeah, and yeah, this is for the reason probably for your first time was bored because you don't know anything about the culture probably, or probably you know, but something, but not totally involved with the culture that Japanese are.
Sure.
And then, James, you didn't have the opportunity to join Kabuki?
Unfortunately, I never saw a Kabuki show, so I have no opinions about it. But we would also eventually, I was a teacher, and we would bring the students, young Japanese junior high school students, we would go together to the No plays every year. So I got to experience many of them. But even, like how young kids are, even young Japanese kids, they're like, what's this? This is too boring. What is he saying? I don't know. So that's culture.
Jim, but how about American one? Do you enjoy American theater?
You're asking me?
Yes, James Green.
Yeah. So I studied theater. I went to school for theater. In high school, we did theater. In university, we did theater. And I have worked as a professional actor in a number of different settings. So I love theater. I love stage theater and everything that it involves. It's, I'm from New York City. You have Broadway, you have off-Broadway. There's a lot of small theaters. It can be fantastic. I always love theater, and I suggest it highly for everybody, of course, but then there's different types. Everybody has their preference. Some people love like the big flashy Broadway shows. Other people like what's called black box theater, is more personal in a small place, and it's more avant-garde, artistic, and strange sometimes. And speaking of, there's a type of modern Japanese theater that is based on No theater called Buto. And if you look up Buto, it's like interpretive dance. They wear all white, white skin makeup, but they do different dances. And there's a woman who does that in New York City in Times Square, and I think it's phenomenal. It can be just outrageous to see. So depending on where you are, New York City is a big cultural hub. There's lots of different types of theater, and everybody has their own preference.
Okay. Thank you very much. And as a host, I would like to introduce you some of Russian theater schools. Well, for example, many, of course, you have heard about the Bolshoi theater troops and many famous choreographers. Yeah, but I would like you to show Berezka dance, where it is a team band which performs really unique movements, during the dance, and the whole world is trying to guess how they really do it. So I would like to show it just some couple of minutes, okay? that they are kind of floating. Okay, and one more school, which is Igor Moiseev Ballet School also, and just one short episode. Okay, another performance, which is called, by the way, Uzbek dance. Yeah. A bit other art. Just a couple of minutes. By the way, he was eating rice. Traditional Uzbek dish, pilaf. Okay, so these are one of the brightest performances of Russian theater ballet schools. Okay, so now it's your turn. Let's start. Okay, Yvonne, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but
You may just choose one or two questions, just tell. No need in pictures if necessary. Or if you need time, I will ask someone else and then come back to you.
Okay, better. Thank you.
Okay. So Kazuka, Japan.
Yeah, thank you. So to me, theater is art of performing on stage. And I like theater that uses costumes from old Kabuki and other genres, but with a modern twist, like a one-piece dress. Do you know One Piece? It's an animation, but recently collaborate with Kabuki and anime. And there is world trip. And you can see maybe America or UK, maybe One Piece. It's very famous. That's it. Thank you.
No Kabuki dance for us. We hoped.
No. Collaborate One Piece and Kabuki mixture on the stage.
Okay.
It's popular. Thank you.
Okay, but which is Japanese theater your favorite one?
In my case, Kabuki, because if I would like to watch, I can see on TV. The TV program.
But Kabuki is like going out, yeah? You come there to enjoy your time, to distract from routine, yeah? Agree?
Yes, Kabuki is a little bit gorgeous and but depend on the TV program. We can see Kabuki also on TV.
Thank you very much. Lukman, you added a picture. Can you please comment a bit more about it?
Okay, if you don't mind,
Mhm.
I love to share my screen. Only a short video, like maybe 1 minute.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Lukman, can you dance?
A little bit, but I'm not a good dancer. Wait, hold a second. Okay, this one, share sound. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, just 1 minute, okay? We call this like wayang like
Kakang Gatot, disangka gening maut Kakang Gatot. Agan. Ya Allah, ya Rabbi, agan. Dunungan maut agan. Adi aing maut adi aing. Dunungan abdi agan. Tuh orang ting bau sungut. Tubat aku. Dunungan aing maut tuh. Ayana kejang. Dunungan maut jang. Ayana ganing. Ayana kesini kaya tadi mana teh? Bina-bina teh. Agan, maut agan. Aduh, donongan maut. Wa, tulungan wa agan, tulungan adik kaula wa, tulungan wa.
Okay, I think that's only a short video that I want to show to everyone
Puppet
here.
theater, very popular here in Russia too.
Like a storytelling, but the famous one that I want to share is only one person. They call it like Dalang. Dalang is like the host. They can control the puppet and then even the storytelling and then the voice. The person change when they, hold one puppet and another puppet. And they can change the character. So that's the great talent for that person. Can you imagine that if you can change your voice from one character to another character? Even for me, even one character, that's really hard, Yeah. And and it's for performing during festival and weddings and national celebration.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
Victoria?
Lukman.
Okay, Pat.
Go ahead.
Pat, please.
Yes. How is it called in your country, this kind of performance? Could you say it again? I miss it. You name it.
The name is Wayang Golek. I already shared in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you. Very interesting.
Yeah, I could suppose that it is probably organized for few people in a little space.
So everyone, it's for public.
For a huge space with a lot of people around.
Yeah. Even the tourists also, like, they visited the place only to see this theater.
Okay, thank you.
May
I? Okay.
Sure.
So you were asking a little bit about American theater, and I wonder if anybody has heard of vaudeville. Vaudeville is a kind of American original theater. It doesn't exist anymore because it was popular before Hollywood, so Hollywood replaced it. But before Hollywood movies, for a while, like 50 years, they had these kind of stage performances. There's some famous actors. If you know some of the famous actors, they're like Charlie Chaplin or the Marx Brothers or W.C. Fields. There were these kind of performances they would come up on. It was the beginning before you had stand-up comedy. It was these kind of people would come up on a stage, they would do a little bit, They would talk to each other. It was funny. It was family friendly, and it was very popular, especially in like Chicago, New York City. You had this kind of theater, and then Hollywood started, and so all of these actors became Hollywood stars, and they entered into the movies. But before that, it was based in theater, and it came from also some kind of versions of European theater and European circus. But then it had its own like a variety show kind of feel. It was these many different acts, one after other, in very quick succession, often kind of funny and silly. So that's vaudeville theater.
I guess we had something of that kind here. It is called vaudeville also. Yeah,
Okay.
and perhaps it's the same. Okay, thank you very much, James. Okay, who would like to go on? Pat?
Yes. Well, when I like most when I'm traveling is going to the theater of the city with my husband. So I want to share this lovely experience I had in your country, in Moscow. We went, yes, we had the chance to attend to the Bolshoi, to watch a Carmen opera performance. It was fantastic. It was a great, one of the most fabulous experience I ever had in theater. It was before the COVID pandemic. And well, this is what I want to share. In my city, in Argentina, we have the Teatro Colón, which is one of the best theaters in all around the country. All the opera and traditional performance are take place there. I unfortunately I can share any image because I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna do my best for next sessions.
Okay, we will discuss and try it. Yes. Okay.
Yes. And finally, my what I like best is musical theater, musical performance. So anytime I have the opportunity to go to New York, James, I go to Broadway to see any of the plays.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, and Dan, your turn. Something else to add except Edmund's response?
Maybe I wish to choose number one. It is when I have seen the theater. It is traditional theater when I went to Bali. The title is Calon Arang. It is about the power. The Calon Arang has the power black magic, and she has beautiful daughter. His name Ratna Manggali, but he couldn't find husband because all people afraid with her mom. It is story about Bali, and then when, like, what is that in English? It is so very dangerous when his daughter want to getting married, and there is always requirement, everything. But if he couldn't fulfill requirement, when he will see, so when her mom will destroy and kill her, will kill the like maybe the man who loved her daughter. And what it is, I cannot show you. Maybe Mas Lukman can find the story of Calon Arang in YouTube because my laptop couldn't find it.
Yeah, no worries, no
Always
worries.
loading.
So, did you enjoy the performance in general?
Yes,
Were you excited?
I like traditional theater because it is about culture. Culture, it is not just custom or habit. It is about lifestyle, knowledge, and everything in culture. So that is why I like culture and I like traditional theater. And it is part of my reason for learning English because I like culture, about lifestyle, knowledge, and everything in culture. This is also, I mean, insightful.
Thank you very much. Okay, Chile, Claudia, please.
Yeah, I could say that about 30 years ago, the theater was focused on the classic dance. Yeah, using the classical music, jazz dance. We have a university here that teaches people to dance, but they have to go to abroad to get more specialization about dance, about more another cultures, getting better in their profession. But I could say the last 5 years ago, our culture has been culturalized. I don't know how can I say, but the influence of the Broadway musical has been so so important here. And Chilean actors have been developing this kind of performance from both Broadway now, and have been incredible because I totally influenced by my daughter. My little daughter, liked so much musicals. Yeah, and for this reason, I try to share with her some of these kind of things. And we have the opportunity to see this important, it is called Hamilton from the United States. Yeah, we saw on YouTube. And we had the opportunity to see in some theater here in Chile, and it was incredible the performance that Chilean people did here. And I could say that this kind of business is increasing here. And another it is increasing too is opera. I had the opportunity to see Carmen opera in some private theater here, but the only thing that I could criticize that these kind of events are a little cheap, a little not cheap, it's a little it's not cheap. It's when something is not cheap, it is not cheap.
Expensive.
It's expensive. It is a little expensive. I could say that $40 per ticket could be a little expensive. Well,
the same
Broadway is so expensive. Broadway is so expensive. But if you want to reinforce or try to push people to go to theater, you have to offer some cheap events. Could be a good way. But well, by the way, it's incredible that nowadays I could like to say to Pat that in Argentina is incredible the market of this kind of theater. Yeah, and with a classical art and with popular art that could mix musicals and some theater in the calle Corrientes, in the Corrientes street. It's like the lights and the advertisement is like Broadway. It's like Broadway. I say, oh, Argentinians are so big, are incredible too. Yeah, and thank you so much.
Okay, guys. I know that not all people manage to speak about the theater. Unfortunately, we have a time limit. So next time, if I ask you who'd like to speak, please raise your hand. And now it's time to finish our class. Well, as for the next chapters and next weekend, I'm going to come back to school and I have something to do about the beginning of the school year. That's why I'm a bit busy to give the meeting, to collect ideas and so on. So I ask you to read chapters 4 and 5 on your own, okay? And please make a little summary, just for you to be sure that you don't mix up events and remember the story goes. Okay, so chapters 4 and 5 are on your own. Yeah. Yvonne, why I said? Why I said?
Because you are leaving it for the next week. When I was trying to get used to get up early.
I know, but we all need rest. We had a 4-week marathon of reading a book. Yeah, but sometimes we need to recharge. Yeah, sometimes we need to come back to our realities, do some routine work and so on and so on. But I know I will miss you all, but we are still in touch. Yeah, always in Facebook and WhatsApp. So use this time properly. Please read the story. I'm sure you will enjoy these chapters. And we will read chapter 6. I guess chapter 6 in class when we meet again, when we gather again at the International English Reading Cafe to read Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Gordon. Okay, so let's say goodbye and see you all. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Gloria.
Happy
Bye,
weekend.
everybody. Thanks
Happy
for having me.
weekend.
Was incredible class today.
See you next time.
See you.
Next
Goodbye,
week.
guys.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.